Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing well. Video is for explanation of most recent message complete. It took a while to get it, about 4 different days. I apologize for that. Sometimes they come in over days, sometimes it takes me that many days to recall it. Or like I said, or they may send it in different stages or phases or pieces. So that's the reason for the delay. And I already started another one, started to come through last night. Now we had Blood Red Moon recently, which was a marker. Mentioning about dire consequences coming sometime after that. And then we follow up with the solar eclipse tomorrow, on the 10th, which is a marker is not the right word per se, but it's a ninth announcing arrival, extremely soon arrival of third horseman of apocalypse, conquest, which will manifest in the physical world. It'll manifest in the physical world, and may be tied into the dire consequences that we've spoken of numerous times. So we'll see. I remember a line from that, but everybody's going to garner a taste or be affected or in some way, shape, or form by conquest. So we'll see. It can be interesting. It's not my number 1363. June 1st, 4th, 6th, and 8th. Excuse me. Beyond the walls of Thera, who spoke to you before, now we dwell in inner core. So this references, they spoke to me twice before, maybe a year or so ago, but then years back. Thera was ancient island. It is now Santorini, Greece. It's like this circular island, which actually was the rim of Thera, which was the island that just totally exploded and probably brought about the end of the Minoan civilization thousands and thousands of years ago. That first message mentioned that they had been buried beneath, or speaking from beneath a heavy lid. They were covered by a heavy lid, which would be the rock that covered them up, the lava, the ash. So some people didn't make it off the island. They had broken free during that first message. Now they're speaking, saying now they dwell in the inner core of heaven. So that's wonderful news. Beyond the walls of Thera, we spoke to you before. Now we dwell in inner core. Mystics taught a thing or two, how the soul would renew. So it's referencing mystics from holy people from back in their time that taught a thing or two about how the soul would renew. So they kind of had some idea about how the whole process worked. And then, just as now, few believed and paid the price. Those who failed to heed advice. Those who failed to heed the advice and warnings, just like with the Great Flood, same thing. Those who failed to heed advice. Journey of the soul begins anew once you gain the clearer view. So once you gain the clearer view, once you're free of this world, of the body, you see more clearly. Let go of all these things that blind you to the spiritual. And your journey of your soul begins anew. So you continue and go on, experience and grow. Titular acclaims, notwithstanding, titular acclaims, basically referencing those give themselves a title or awarded a title or go to school or education seminary, give themselves a title, referencing leaders, evangelists, priests, prophets, self-proclaimed prophets, so on and so forth. Titular acclaims notwithstanding, no matter what they have, insignificant. Mankind, all are countermanding God's authority over all creation, no matter one's own nation or station. So, speaking, all those who give themselves title or are given titles, whether it be a religious, spiritual nature, political nature, or financial, whatever. Those notwithstanding, who they are, they still all are countermanding God's authority of all creation. So they're self proclaiming themselves as uh, claim self righteousness, self exaltation, exalting themselves. These are not the ones you want to be following. Whether it's the Pope, whether it's priests, whether it's Muslim leaders, whether it's Jewish leaders, rabbis, whether it's presidents, ministers, prime ministers, whatever it is. These people are not who you need to be following. They're trying to usurp. It's not them usurping, it's the devil usurping through them, using them. They're just instruments. They don't even realize it. Puppets. And they're all trying to do it, no matter no matter what nation they're from or what their station is in life. The purpose of exposing mankind's fallacies, explanation for all history's maladies. So the purpose of exposing all of mankind's falsehoods, the purpose of that is an explanation for all of history's troubles, all that's gone wrong in history, all this the suffering and the wars and so on and so forth. Expose all mankind's lies and deceit. That's an explanation for all that's gone wrong. Bad choices, man's free will. Reviewing all that's been said and done, 'tis waste of time, for past is gone. So looking back on that again, don't be like Lot's wife. Past is past. Let it go. Reviewing all that's been said and done, it's a waste of time, for the past is gone. So it kind of contradicts what I went to school for: anthropology, archaeology, history. We learn from history, but it's kind of a waste of time because the past is gone. Pay attention to now. Pay attention to him. Future is his. Everybody pays attention to him and focuses on him. Everything will work out fine. But mankind wants to do it his own way. Reviewing the past, mankind hasn't. What has mankind learned? Nothing. Still make the same mistakes. Which individual life have you learned? You still make the same mistakes. That was the first day. The second day came through was dispose of the past as best you can. Stick to the path of God's plan. Which is a overall plan, and his plan, the path that he created for you before you were born. For your demise is sought by those who have not interest in heavenly repose. In other words, darkness. They have no interest in going to heaven. They seek your demise, my demise, mankind's demise. They are creatures of habit, nightly caress, influence more during the night, darkness, caress those in the fields where they rest. So these are creatures of habit who nightly is trying to caress those in the fields, being those out in the world, those in the cemeteries, burial mounds, and so forth are still there, who haven't left and made the light, which is where they rest. So they're constantly being lied to and deceived and kind of be held there in that one spot. Because I go to these cemeteries and they know, hey, you're not bound here anymore. You're free to roam. You're free to go. Go to gathering places where we can get you to the light and you're safe. Good you did, now speaking to me, good you did in casting them out when you saw that they were about. So those who went to the cemetery by recently, driving through, it was night, the headlights were on, and this dark shadow was kind of like pointed and it went down this way, kind of this way, kind of four-sided but flowing, veil-like, wavering, just for a second in front of the headlights, through up ahead, and I just knew instantly that something wasn't supposed to be there. Darkness. So I got out, walked over, and I cleansed the little cemetery. So that's what it's referencing. Good you did in casting them out when you saw that they were about, that they were there. I thank you for those who made me aware of that. Powers you have continue to grow when when you travel, with you go. So the powers that I have will continue to grow stronger when I travel, no matter where I go. Preponderance of light to flow about through the court of grace from inside and out. So the preponderance of light, an overabundance of light, is to flow about through that cord that connects God to each of our souls. The cord of grace. This grace flows through that cord through us, Sacred Heart, from inside and outward. Again, I mentioned before, we're supposed to be Jesus conduits, God conduits. This grace is supposed to flow through that, from Him, the cord of light, through us and out into the world. That's how we were designed. But we logjam it, we keep things inside, we're not focused on it, we're not paying attention to it, and it just gets corrupted. It's clogged like a dam on a river. Demons hear the word you say, the word. They hear it when you cast them out each day, which I do twice a day. In the morning before I go to bed, I cleanse this house, and I cast them out. And you can do the same. In Jesus Christ's name. So demons hear the word you say when you cast them out each day. Tarry not, like do not delay. They seek you out. Sense them quick, and then give shout. So they're constantly after me, after you, after everybody. So sense them quick, pay attention. So you have to ask for that discernment of God and the darkness. And then immediately give shout, and then immediately cast them out, rebuke and banish them. Doubters ply a course of fools, falling prey to darkness's tools. So doubters, unbelievers are just lost. Doubters, though, they ply a course of fools. The path they're going is foolishness. Hence they fall prey to darkness's tools, the manipulations, subtle, influencing their minds, their thoughts, their direction, taking them off path. These tools, they use them well, as from the beginning. Souls of man, long since, have been winning. Long since, for a long time, they've been winning, taking souls. Look at the world, see them all over the place. Lost soul. Here I got some Latin I had to translate. Corpus minus and a slash, kind of like simultaneously. Got Minte, Mintae, soon complete. I looked it up. The whole thing translated back across this very little body, soon complete, or split, kind of minus and Minte were kind of like simultaneously. So it's kind of like use them both, not the whole line. So you do corpus minus means less body, corpus Minte means good body. So they're giving me two kind of dual messages there. So corpus minus less body, soon complete. So to speak of me, one-bodied man, soon done, soon complete. Good body, soon complete. Transformation, the good spiritual being, soon complete. So speaking to me, which is good news. And whole body of man, very little body, put it all together, soon complete. Mankind's time here is soon complete in this existing world as it is. All their lies, darkness, we will defeat. Baseless claims, soon to pass, quickening the pace of gathering morass. Baseless claims that are out there are soon to pass. What's going on, what's really going on, or what the future holds. Baseless. Quickening the pace of gathering morass. Increasing the pace of all the suffering and the chaos that's going on in the world and will go on in the world. Build up more and more. Remember, conquest is coming. We already have plague and death. Pestilence and death. Plague is conquest is coming. Now just leave war. Now when he's going to manifest in this world immediately, what's going to happen? I don't know. They start manifesting until they're in the sphere, this area of the universe. They start manifesting in the world to the arrival of the last one in this sphere, which was death. And a month later is when COVID took off. And let's see what happened with that. Pestilence, plague, death. conquest. Rise at the solar eclipse tomorrow or soon after. I'm going to assume it's not going to be that long after. We'll start to see stuff going on in the world. So keep your eyes and ears open. Again, what these dire consequences are. Maybe soon, maybe just because the other ones were a month later after the arrival, doesn't mean it'll be that soon after this one. I don't know. Only God knows. So I'm not going to predict. Don't despair, as no you will not. Keenest eye shall see the rot. So don't despair, as no you will not, speaking to me, but for yourself. You keep watching this, reading this. Don't despair either, just trust in God. Just keep him focused and focus. Your keenest eye shall see the rot, the decay and the rotting and the falsehoods and the darkness. You shall see it. Stay clear of it. So keenest eye shall see the rot of false words they shall put forth. For you see them truly have no worth. So I see them truly, because I ask God to surrender his word and his truth. Keenest eye shall see the rot of the lies of the falseness of all the and the evilness of all the false words they shall put out there. And they'll put it out there through our leaders, leaders of churches, leaders of religions, and leaders of schools, leaders of governments, corporations, so forth. False evangelists, priests, so forth. So trust in God. Learn directly from him. He's communicating with Psalm 19. He's communicating constantly. You have to ask to help hear it and then discern it. Believe it. That source about God and what's going on is from God, not from me. I'm here to help. I'll share everything directly. I can change it. Change punctuation or add punctuation here and there, but I don't change the word. That's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm here for. I share everything exactly as I receive it. Where was I? For you see them truly, they have no worth. I do see the falsehood. I see the truth of this deception. I truly see the lies and deception. They have no worth. Be thy compass on true path. Will provide all you'll need have. So, tell me to be my own compass. Be my compass on his true path. Stick to his true path he created for me. He's created for you. Will provide all you'll need have, which is what he did when I retired. When I retired, when I left, sold everything, got rid of everything. When I left, moved around the country. When I came back, I trusted in him. Gave my control of the path to him to keep me on the path he created for me, not what I wanted. It's not about what I want. It's not about what you want. It's about what he wants. Will provide all you'll need have of to steer the course of those who seek. Be thee humble, be they meek. So be thee humble, as long as they're humble and meek. Physical form, spiritual. Again, I mainly deal with spirits now. Can't help physical beings anymore, very few. Only ones that I already know and have been helping. Any new ones he happens to send me, I'm happy to help them, but they gotta be humble, they gotta be meek, they gotta believe. Truer course, thy path's not led. Go all places, you'll be led. Led twice. I didn't catch that. Truer course, thy path's not led. So a truer course that tell me about, there's no truer course that I've been led on. And to go all places that I'll be led to go to. Those who wait by hallowed ground shall the words you share will sound, be complete within their mind, and thus no longer be them blind. And that's the end of that day's section. So all these places that I'll be led, there's those who wait by the hallowed ground, which to me is cemeteries or sacred ground of some sort. Shall the words that I share without sound from my thoughts, so I'll communicate with them now. It shall be these words shall be complete within their mind. Thus they will no longer be blind. They shall see, believe, and understand so we can get them to the light. And the third day's section begins. Third of horse, again, conquest. Third of horse to manifest, as these words shall attest. Solar flares, ring of fire. That's tomorrow. The 10th, the solar eclipse. It's mentioning it here. Consequences come, oh so dire. Again, mentioning the dire consequences. So the third of horse to manifest, as these words shall attest. Solar flares, ring of fire. Consequences come, oh so dire. That's what this solar eclipse is meant. This type of eclipse is described as a ring of fire eclipse. Spoke of times we did to thee, stood beneath the sacred tree. I don't know if it's the same speakers there or not. They spoke of times we did to thee. They spoke to thee some times in the past to me. We all stood beneath the sacred tree. So I think these are different beings. Benefits, I got a double line here. Benefits line path to those who trust. So there's benefits along the path to those who trust. Or beneficial it is to those who trust. So dual meaning. So there's benefits align the path to those who trust, which makes it beneficial to them who trust. So trust in God. Give that trust to Him. Adhering to tenets of thou must be of good cheer, my scribe of heaven, see the tricks more of the seven. So benefits or beneficial is to those who trust. Adhering to tenets, adhering to the laws, the guidance of God. Oh, thou must do, oh, thou must. Be of good cheer, my scribe of heaven, see the tricks more of the seven. I will see their lies and deception even more. Preposterous, absurd, a notion that God doesn't care. We're all about, walk around, empty stare. So it's absurd, a notion, preposterous, that God doesn't care. Well, God doesn't care. That's what the devil tricks you. That's why he tricks so many. He really doesn't care about you. If you're suffering like this, all this going on, he's not a loving God. Don't fall for those lies. Everything's going to happen because of the result of man's free will. For everybody's individual free will and the choices they made together over time. It's a miracle we lasted this long. So preposterous notion that God doesn't care when all about walk around empty stare, dead inside. You don't get it. All one must do is call out my name, Jesus, God, and in thy end I shall reclaim your soul. But first, when you're going to call out to Him, first of all, believe, repent, forgive, let go. But first, repent. Here it's mentioning those. So call out His name, believe. First must repent of thy sinful ways. Stop doing what you're doing. You can stop cold turkey. Great, some things you can. Others, you gotta keep working at it. Keep working at it. It says, forgive 70 times 7. You have to also repent 70 times 7. Just continue to work at it. Continue to offer them up to God. So, but first, must repent of thy sinful ways before too late at end of days. Belief is essential. This be thee sure. Critical for what comes for you to endure. So belief is essential. It's critical for what's going to be coming for you to be able to endure it on the personal level and the worldwide level. Let go. That's the third thing. Let go and reject all Satan's temptations. Offer them up. Reject them and offer them up. Let them hold on to things of this world. There are no exemptions. So like all the things of this world, the devil uses to tempt you, draw you away from God, bait his hook. There's no exemptions. Let it all go. And then forgiveness, fourth thing. Forgiveness granted. A slate wiped clean. A slate wiped clean. Son of the Father and Holy Queen gave unto you a gift so supreme. Words you're given, not what they seem. So forgiveness was granted. A slate wiped clean. Jesus took all the sins upon the world, upon himself. He wiped that slate clean. He wiped your personal slate clean, mankind's slate clean. Showed you how to stay up, keep it clean, and continue on the right path so no one gets to God, Father, except for me. Give you all this information. This occurred through the Son of the Father and the Holy Queen, the Mother. He gives unto this the gifts is so supreme in nature. Words you've given since then, are not what they seem. The Bible, the Quran, the Torah, whatever it is, they've been twisted and mutilated and corrupted so much. The truth is hidden in those words. We've talked about this many times. The truth is hidden within those words. You ask for that discernment. But they're not what they seem. The physical meaning is clearly visible. Some people don't even get that. And then you have the true spiritual meaning or meanings that are underneath, that are hidden. Seek the Lord in diverse places, the usual places. Reflections on the littlest of faces. For you children, you infants, that's what God is more reflected. Purest form, not seen on earth. To witness such must first be birthed. So the purest form of God is not seen on earth. As little as the faces, as close as you're going to get. The purest form is not seen on earth. To witness it, to witness such a thing, must first go through rebirth. To reach the heights of a highest abode, first believe, then release the load. First believe, and let go. Burdens borne upon thy road, clogged the channel through which flowed the grace of God upon the land, spreading forth by his almighty hand. Again, being that conduit. So first you must believe, let go, the load, the log jam, the stuff inside, the burdens that you took upon yourself on your journey, which thus clogs the channel to which flowed the grace of God through you upon the land, spreading forth by his almighty hand. He spread it out. You're that conduit. We're that conduit for his spiritual grace become physical, the physical body, and out into the physical world. Peek into the mirrors of time and space. You can see your proper place. So speaking to me, peek into the mirrors of time and space. He showed me all of time and space. You can see your proper place beside thy brothers and sisters in light, heaven, all whose souls burn ever bright. Pause to inspect what lay ahead. Many come unto you long since dead, so many spirits coming unto me, seeking solace to their pain and suffering. You'll be granting them eternal buffering. And I love doing that. Praise God. Word of the Lord. That's that one. Hope that helps you. Give some more enlightenment about me and about God, about what's coming. Again, focus on Him. Talk to Him. Believe in Him. Because He believes in you. And let go. Ask for help. Letting go. Ask for help. Repenting. Ask for help. Forgiving. Ask for help. Believing. Ask for help. That's what you can do for Him. Helping others is helping yourself. So, peace of Christ. God bless.